Now that you have a better appreciation of what employers are looking for and some of their common complaints, how do you actually get started? Well, whether you're looking to start from scratch or trying to improve an existing resume, you should probably always start with doing an inventory of all your skills and achievements. Focus on your most recent one first, whether it's your current job or your last internship, and then work backwards in time from there. Now, while resumes can't be too lengthy, and I'll talk more about that in future clips, you should try to keep a master document of all your skills and achievements so that you can continually update that and append to that as you get more experiences. That way, when it comes time to apply to a real job, it makes it a lot easier. You can go to your master document and then just look and pick and choose the 2 or 3 things that you think are most relevant that are going to be hopefully attractive to your potential employer. If you're starting from scratch, let me give you a quick overview of what a typical resume looks like. First, you'll always start with your name. Don't be afraid to make that a little bigger so it stands a little bit more. And then after your name, you're typically going to find an address and contact information. If you're not comfortable with including your address, that's okay, that's no problem. Make sure that you at least include both an email address and a mobile number so they can contact you. When you're writing down your number, don't forget to put your country code in there, as the recruiter may not be sitting in the same country you are, or in case you're looking to apply to international jobs. When it comes to your email address, try to keep it professional. Hopefully something that's a first name dot last name style, or perhaps your school account. Please, none of this bigboy69@gmail or littleprincess11@yahoo. You'd be surprised at the number of resumes that I've seen that have unprofessional email addresses like that, and it's just not a really good first impression to leave. There's no need for you to include information like your date of birth, your race, your gender, the number of brothers and sisters you have. This type of personal information has no bearing on whether you're going to be a good fit for the job, so there's no need to include that. And actually, in some countries, it's illegal for an employer to ask you those things, so keep those off. Should you include a picture or not? Well, there are some regional differences when it comes to needing a picture or not. But if you're looking to apply to a global multinational, pictures are definitely not necessary. If you do decide to use a picture, make sure it's not too big and that you take a professional headshot. That's all you kind of need, preferably on a white background. There's no need to pay anybody to have this done. You can do it yourself. But please don't just go and crop a picture from your Facebook and use that. Make sure it's professional. After the header, these are some of the sections that you might have in a resume. While I don't believe in strict rules when it comes to writing resumes, I do want to introduce to you 3 guiding principles of mine that I want you to keep in mind, and I'll be referring to a lot in subsequent clips. The first guiding principle: lead with your strengths. Try to have your most relevant information and your biggest strengths as far up on the page as possible. Number 2, think transferable skills. What have you done in your past, your last work experience, and activity that you run that are going to be transferable and relevant to your potential employer? And third, be consistent when it comes to your formatting, your headings, the font, and your overall layouts. The more consistent, the more professional it looks, the better impression you're going to make on employers. In the next clip, we'll talk a little bit about formatting and layout.